The drama surrounding the Indiana Fever's return to the playoffs in 2025 is not one of smooth dominance or star-driven inevitability. It is a story born out of bruises, blown knees, torn muscles, and relentless doubt. Yet somehow, through grit and belief, a team gutted by injuries turned survival into identity and desperation into dominance. Their 94-65 demolition of the Washington Mystics wasn't just a win. It was a declaration that the Fever will not fold, no matter how many times the season tried to break them. The heart of this unlikely rise beats through Aliyah Boston. Asked about her fiery play this year, she laughed it off with the calm of someone who doesn't need labels. "I like spicy," she admitted, though she quickly insisted she was quiet, not flashy. Still, her presence on the floor said otherwise. Assertive, unyielding, and steady, she became the anchor for a team stripped of its superstar Caitlin Clark and 4 other core players. Boston's mantra, "Never doubt yourself and what you're capable of," spread beyond her own game. It became the message stitched into the fabric of Indiana's survival. The injuries hit like a storm. Caitlin Clark, expected to lead the Fever into a new era, went down with a torn groin after just 13 games. Sophie Cunningham, Chloe Beebe, Sydney Colson, and Ari McDonald all followed with season-ending setbacks. 5 contributors gone, nearly half the rotation wiped out. Analysts declared the Fever finished, their playoff dreams buried before the season could take shape. Yet Stephanie White, their coach, never let the team collapse under the weight of bad luck. Instead of scrambling for saviors, she simplified. The system became about toughness, defense, and joy. The roster became a revolving door, 18 different players wearing the jersey at some point, but each new face was folded into the culture. Odyssey Sims, Chapetti, Aerial Powers, all found roles in a lineup stitched together by necessity. By August, what looked like a death sentence became the Fever's edge. They no longer leaned on one star. Instead, every woman carried the load. The next woman up approach wasn't a cliche, it was survival, and soon enough it transformed into their identity. That resilience erupted in Washington, where the Fever didn't just play, they smothered. A tight first half gave way to a third quarter where Indiana locked down so fiercely that the Mystics scored only 9 points. 9. Washington unraveled, coughing the ball up 22 times. Indiana turned those mistakes into 27 points and stretched the lead to as much as 33. By the final buzzer, the Mystics were buried, and Indiana's ticket to the playoffs was punched. Natasha Howard was the enforcer that night, racking up 17 points and imposing herself in the paint. Aerial Powers poured in 15 from the bench, sparking runs that broke Washington's spirit. Shea Petty was perfect from deep. Lexi Hull dove for every loose ball, and even Kelsey Mitchell on an off-shooting night steadied the backcourt with double-digit scoring. 5 players hit double figures. Balance wasn't just a stat, it was the Fever's weapon. But the soul of it all remained Aliyah Boston. Another double-double, her 17th of the season, breaking the franchise record. 12 points, 11 rebounds, 5 assists, and a plus 29 rating that showed how Indiana thrived whenever she was on the floor. Yet her greatest moment wasn't a basket or a rebound, it was her words afterward. She reminded the locker room, "Never doubt yourself and what you're capable of." A simple line, but it captured everything this team had built. Fans echoed it online. Teammates carried it into their post-game celebrations. It was a rallying cry carved from hardship. The locker room buzzed after the win, but Boston quickly shifted the energy. Yes, they made a TikTok. Yes, they celebrated, but she made it clear. The job wasn't done. That balance, joy, and business defines her leadership. Caitlin Clark may be the spark that electrifies arenas, but Boston is the foundation. She steadies the house, keeps the heartbeat strong, and makes sure nobody forgets the standard, Indiana's reward. Their first back-to-back playoff appearance since 2016, a winning record, a guaranteed home playoff game, finally bringing postseason basketball back to Gainbridge Fieldhouse after nearly a decade. The road ahead is brutal. Atlanta, Las Vegas, or Phoenix await, but the Fever have already proven they can topple giants with this shorthanded group. What was once seen as disaster now looks like destiny. When Clark returns in 2026, she will step into a locker room hardened by fire, a group that already carries championship DNA. This season tested the Fever in ways no one predicted. Injuries stripped them down to their core, but instead of collapse, they discovered grit, depth, and belief. That belief is now a weapon sharper than any single player. And the question facing the league is simple. If Indiana can do this with half a roster, what happens when they're whole again? What do you think? Are the Fever the most dangerous underdog in the playoffs? Can this patchwork team stun the league even without Caitlin Clark? Let us know your take in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next chapter in this story.